Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we are going to go over the transits for the month of September. I will be doing a collective reading and offering some free and paid mini readings at the end. We are doing a special giveaway tonight, so if you can join us live and hang out with us throughout the live stream, you could potentially win a very special prize at the end of tonight's live stream. Guys, please remember we are multi streaming, so we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All right, I see everyone coming in. Let me know, do we have sound? Picture is okay. I didn't have any issues getting set up and started, so that's always nice. I can tell that Mercury retrograde has finally ended, right? I see Michelle over on Facebook, Diana on YouTube, Sandra, hello, beautiful ladies. My moderators joining us right away. Guys, make sure to ask our moderators over at PLR about that special giveaway. I did inform them and give them that information before we started. All right, so remember tonight, all transits for the month of September 2024. I'm going to also give you some hot dates for those of you that are on this very specific journey. And you can actually see those hot dates circled on your calendar there. But I am going to go through each individual transit starting on the 1st and ending on the 30th. All right, let's get started. I hope everybody's ready. Grab your notes, I would say. Grab pen and paper, your astrology journal, right? Make sure to grab a water and some snacks. A lot of talking tonight. So I drank my honey tea. I'm currently working on a hot chocolate. I can't believe I'm even drinking these hot drinks. Here in Kentucky, it is still balls to the wall heat, right? I can't believe I just said that, but it is what it is. Just really, really humid, hot, sticky here. So, but I feel like I've lowered the temperature enough here that it feels pretty cool and comfortable. So if you guys hear my AC rattling in the background, my apologies for that, right? I have to leave it on so that we don't melt out here. All right, let's get started. Astrology transits for the month of September. I'm going to start right away, right out of the gate, okay? With the first, on September 1st, we have the Uranus retrograde. Today is September 1st, guys. We are live streaming on September 1st. So today we had the Uranus retrograde in Taurus. This is all about purging toxicity of any kind, And a lot of people are going to have a lot of different definitions of what this energy means, right? A lot of astrologers like to, I feel like, sometimes cause a little excess fear that's not necessary. And I know, so let's just dive into this first one right away, okay? So Uranus is the planet, I like to call it the rule maker, right? And Uranus is the planet of shock and awe, surprise, things that are unexpected. A lot of times when Uranus affects us in some way, it seems like a tower moment, like the foundation crumbles and we have to rebuild again. So we're getting a lot of astrologers coming out and telling everyone, like, oh, Uranus is going retrograde on the 1st, so go hide in a hole and panic. I'm going to tell you the complete opposite of that. And here's why. Because remember, retrogrades are an opportunity for us to revisit that planet's energy. I say that all the time. Spirit gave me that information when I first started my awakening. And it has definitely helped me when I look at these energies and try to stay in a more positive light, right? Hi, Sherry. But yeah, so Uranus going retrograde in the sign of Taurus today definitely could cause some upheaval. Uranus deals with things like finances and foundations. So anything like that could be some surprise, shock, and awe. But here's what I'm going to say. Ready? I think it's going to be not that bad because when we're doing retrograde energies, retrograde is internal. It's internal. Your direct energies, when a planet is moving direct, that affects everyone and it affects everyone's like outer appearance. retrograde, you're going internal and you're revisiting that planet's energy. So could you have some aha moments today? Could you have some surprises and shocks internally today? Yes, absolutely. So let me tell you what mine was. Are you ready? So today was my first day back to PLR full time. Full time. I was so excited to say that just now. But let me tell you what happened. So this morning, remember, I just finished work yesterday on the lake, working full time there, right? And now here's my first day back where I finished that job. I made it through. I saw something to its completion, right? And now here we are with PLR on my first day. I was like, I'm going to sleep in. I'm going to sleep in. No sleeping in. Okay. This energy today was so intense. It was get up and go. It's time to get moving energy. And the shock and surprise for me was my own self discipline. I've learned so much in my awakening and I've ascended so much in my awakening. I've started to implement what I know, and discipline and self discipline has been a massive lesson for me in 2024. I literally worked all day on PLR. Now, I did take breaks like necessary, right? I didn't overwork myself. I just worked myself to the point where I was confident in what I was going to share with you in this live stream, right? And also, for those of you that were waiting for personal readings, those have been sent out. I'm completely caught up, so make sure to check your inboxes. All right, so that's Uranus retrograde today. Again, doesn't have to be this big fear thing. It doesn't have to be something to be scared of. It doesn't mean that your world's going to turn upside down. It's more of a look back at how far you've come, look at what you can implement. Are things going to test us? Well, yes, they're going to test us every single day. Life is not about moving through life with no challenges or obstacles. That's nonsense and silly to even think about. Like if you're sitting there going, I don't want any problems, I don't ever want to have a challenge or obstacle, then what is it that you're actually wishing for? Because that's not really life, right? Life is always going to have something coming at you that you're going to have to overcome, lessons that you have to learn. That's how we ascend. That's how we rise. That's how we grow. That's how we awaken, right? If we just sat somewhere and nothing bad ever happened, nothing challenging ever challenged us, no obstacles ever came our way, would we even be alive? I mean, would we be breathing? Like what exactly does that life look like? How do you learn anything or grow in any way if nothing ever happens? So keep that energy in mind when you're thinking about Uranus retrograde. All right. Also, we have Pluto entering Capricorn for a very brief stay. Okay. A very brief stay. So we've been talking about Pluto literally since 2020. We really dove in 2022 and 2023. I got so excited because I knew it was going to be life changing. And here we are in 2024. January, Pluto moved into the Aquarius. It was, I want to say, my happiest day of 2024. Just again, because I knew that life was going, as I knew it, was going to change. And that's something that I really want to spend a moment talking to you about, because I don't think people quite understand that this Pluto transit we've been talking about all of this time, this energy is something that you've been dealing with for 15 to 16 years. This energy is something that you are, for some of us, that's half our lives. I mean, I guess it depends on how old you are and where you're at. For me, it's almost half of my life. And so this energy has been a challenge for me for all of this time. So I knew that when Pluto moved into Aquarius in 2024, it was going to be the beginning of things getting easier, right? I knew that that's what the meaning was. I also knew that Pluto was going to make this last little hop skip back into 29-degree Capricorn. And is it a test? Well, absolutely. But does that mean that we need to run and hide under a rock or hide under our blankets and never leave our house? Like, absolutely not, right? This energy is going to be where you get to see again, how far have I come? What have I learned in the last 15 years? What am I going to be able to implement going forward? right? So that's Pluto entering Capricorn again, very briefly, one last hurrah, closing out the past once and for all. And it's definitely the beginning of you channeling all of that energy that you've gathered from your past towards your dreams, goals, and desires of your future. And that is Pluto retrograde. All right. So what I want to say is again, your life will never ever be the same. That's what I was going to say earlier. Like, how lucky are we that we were born in the time that we were born, and that we get to experience this Pluto transit. Pluto will not be in Capricorn again in our lifetime. Pluto will not be in Capricorn again for 230 plus years. So not an experience that we will ever experience again. So now we get to go from this very challenging climbing this mountain Capricorn energy to Aquarius energy, where things are much freer, much more open, less restricted, not as challenging. The mountain is not as steep, right? The mountain is not as steep. All right. Also on the 1st, we're going to have the moon entering Virgo. So all astrologers are going to tell you guys to clean up your life, clean up your space, clean up your area, organize, make things tidy, because that's Virgo energy. And all of that is very, very true. Do all of those things. Okay. But I'm going to add a little bit to it. I want to tell you why Virgo is so tidy, why Virgo is so organized, why Virgo analyzes everything, why that energy does those things. There's a great, great purpose for those things. There's a great purpose of why Virgo energy is so organized and orderly. And the purpose is, are you ready? Purification. Purification. That is what Virgo is doing. Every time that Virgo analyzes something, every time that Virgo tries to organize something or put things in order, it is literally removing what it no longer needs. What it no longer needs. In other words, it's like pretend you're cleaning out your closet in your spring cleaning. When's the last time I wore this sweater? Am I going to wear it again? Could I give it to someone that's going to wear it more often than me? Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's that type of energy. So that's Virgo. That's why Virgo is constantly cleaning, analyzing, tidying, organizing things is purification. It's purifying. So with the moon moving into Virgo, this is our first little bit of we're going to see how this new moon is going to purify us, is going to bring us cleansing in a way that will leave our lives more organized, our space and our minds more organized. The guidance that I have as this moon moves into Virgo is going to be to script, to journal, and to write. Script, journal, and write. All right. You can circle the 1st as a hot date for those of you that are on this specific type of journey, a specific type of spiritual awakening journey. And another question that I get often is, Rosa, what's a hot date? What do you mean by that? What happens on hot dates? So here's what I'm going to say. Hot dates are where the astrology is so intense or at such a peak that it is giving an opportunity for those of you, again, on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, because twin flame is just a type of awakening. There's several different types of awakenings. Several things can cause an awakening. A twin flame is just something that happened to you, that you experienced, that caused your spiritual awakening. But for those of you on this type of awakening, we have a great purpose here, right? A great purpose for what we experienced and what we went through and what we're still experiencing and going through. So these hot dates can sometimes be these very like pinnacle moments where things like communication, union, downloads, these types of things can happen in a massive way, not just your everyday regular existence. This is massive. So for those of you that are in no contact, of course, you could experience reunion or contact or communication on these days. For those of you that are still confused as to what is a twin flame awakening, where is my purpose? What am I supposed to be focusing on? These are days where downloads could be received. You could have massive aha moments, right? So that's what I mean by hot hot dates. So the first with Uranus and Pluto, you can circle that as a hot date. On the second, we have the Virgo new moon stationing at 9:55 p.m. Eastern time and 4:55 p.m. Pacific time. So this new moon, and actually, guys, the time is going to be really following like right at the midnight hour. So it's like at the end of the day. So it's like some of you, it could be on the third. Keep that in mind. I feel like sometimes I get people from like the other side of the world and they're like, Rosa, the new moon is not till whenever. Okay, well, I'm in the United States, and that's the time for the new moon for me and my location. All right, so the new moon is going to feel another one of these. Ready, Michelle? New moon is going to feel like a full moon. And I want to explain to you why that is. It is because we are on the brink of eclipse season. So the other major planetary aspects, such as Pluto and Uranus, doing these like once in our lifetime retrograde and into Capricorn and Taurus, and Uranus is not a once in a lifetime, but it's a pretty big one. But it's definitely this energy of and again, don't shoot the messenger here. But it's an energy of purifying lower vibrational energies so that we can all align with Christ consciousness. That is literally what this Virgo new moon is doing to all of us around the world. And don't start coming at me with religious stuff and Jesus Christ and all of this stuff. Christ consciousness is a whole different thing. So make sure you know what you're talking about before you start yelling at me, okay? I don't like conform to any specific religion. I will say that when I started my awakening, Jesus is the one that was put in my face over and over and over. It does not mean that I don't believe everyone else, or I don't, like believe that it happened or that they existed or anything like that. I believe that God creates us individually for individual purpose. And I just believe that Jesus' purpose was to teach us Christ consciousness, hence the name Jesus Christ. I feel like there's so much misconception. And if we just had more knowledge and took more time to learn more things, we'd argue a lot less, right? But Virgo new moon, that is what this energy is all about. That is what's happening. Again, I want to explain to you why this new moon is like a full moon. So a new moon is the beginning phase of a moon phase, like a monthly moon phase. You have a new moon, and then you have like the half moon, you have the full moon, right? And that's really just breaking it down into 3 parts there. And we could, of course, break it down into 28 days, right? But that's the majority of the moon phase, right? So you have new moon, half moon, and full moon. So the new moon is the beginning of that moon phase. Well, this is the new moon in Virgo. However, the eclipse is going to be the full moon that we experience in Pisces on the 17th. So we are at the beginning or the brink of eclipse season. This is a very, very powerful new moon. Let's see, what else did I put on here? Oh, why? Everybody's like, why? Why does it have anything to do with Christ consciousness? That's going to be those alignments with those other aspects, such as Pluto moving into Aquarius that we've been talking about forever and ever and ever. And of course, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. It's definitely this energy of leveling up. I feel like this new moon is going to help us all level up. It's going to bring us improved routines, improved productivity, and improved efficiency. So these are all benefits that you can see coming on the 2nd with the Virgo new moon. All right. And you can also circle the 2nd as a hot date on your calendar. On September 3rd, again, circle as a hot date on your calendar. We have Mars in Gemini, and it's going to be square Neptune in Pisces. So this energy, what I'm going to recommend is that you rest on this day. There's going to be some days where Spirit asks us to rest, and it's like we fight it like a baby who doesn't want to go to bed. You know what I mean? And it's just like, just lay down and get the rest that you need. September 3rd, this is going to be one of those days. You could feel drained easily and hard to focus. On September 4th, you have the moon entering Libra. And this is going to be a time where you want to spend time with friends and family. This is definitely about improving relationships, Moon and Libra. This is an energy of like locking it in, especially for those of you that are in relationships or relationships. Also on the 4th, we have the Mars entering Cancer. So this energy will have you using your claws to protect your family. I'm going to Mars entering Cancer. So again, for those of you on this very specific journey, you can circle the 4th as a hot date. All right, on the 5th, we have the Moon in Libra conjunct Venus in Libra. This is a day to work well with others. You're really going to be able to see how other people in your life benefit you. On September 6th, we have the Moon in Libra sextile Mercury and Leo. So this day makes for easy communication. You may receive some good news on this day. You can easily say or like share what's on your mind on this day, September 6th. Also on September 6th, we have Mercury and Leo, and it's going to be squared Uranus and Taurus. This definitely could be, again, a short chaotic energy, not very long lasting, may cause you to want to pull back a little bit. You want to stay calm at this time. And I put on here one of the advice or like suggestions that I came across was to buy yourself something nice on that day. Buy yourself something nice on that day, September 6th. All right, on September 7th, you can circle as a hot date. Moon enters Scorpio. So this is about reviving something that has become stagnant or stale in your life. Also on the 7th, we have the Sun and Virgo opposition Saturn and Pisces. So this is like reflecting on your boundaries energy, what needs to be maintained and what needs to be brought down. On the 8th, we have Pallas entering Sagittarius. So this is a great time for traveling, taking a class, learning. Pallas represents our creative arts on your chart. Also on the 8th, we have Mercury entering Virgo. So this is like a second chance of Mercury in Virgo, right? Because Mercury was in Virgo when it went retrograde and then moved back into Leo. So now it's moving back into Virgo. And this is definitely going to give us an opportunity to pick up the pieces after this last Mercury retrograde, because have mercy, right? And reorganize our life. I will say this last Mercury retrograde was fierce, but it's energy where it's telling us that it's time to get back on schedule. I gotta grab a drink. Give me just a second. All right. On September 9th, the moon enters Sagittarius. You may find yourself working through some big ideas and actually understanding how to work them to fruition. On September 10th, we have the moon in Sagittarius square Saturn in Pisces. Breaks will be needed. Make sure that you take them. You may need to take a break in order to consider a difficult approach or a different approach to something that you've been thinking a lot about, or like it's been weighing heavy on you. On 9/11, we have Mercury in Virgo, and it's sextile Mars in Cancer. Mercury in Virgo, sextile Mars in Cancer. So this energy is an honest aspect that will help you speak your mind to the people that you love in a calm manner. This aspect will help you do this in a calm manner. And this could definitely help you improve your relationships. And it's also a very energetic aspect. Also on 9/11, later on, we have the moon moving into Capricorn. So you could find yourself thinking about direction that your life is taking, what you want to, like what you think you may need that's going to help you, how you can align with what you really desire, what you feel you truly deserve. On September 12th, we have the Sun in Virgo square Jupiter in Gemini. This is another day that it could be easy for you to overdo, so breaks are necessary. Your mind can be your biggest helper on this day or your biggest problem. In other words, like you could come up with a solution really easily, or you could find yourself overthinking very quickly. So be cautious, stay grounded on that day. And again, rest will be very, very important. On the 13th, we have the moon in Capricorn, and it's going to be trine Uranus and Taurus. So remember, this is the Uranus that's retrograde in Taurus. Now, what I will say about this is it's going to be easier for you to step out of your comfort zone with this energy. On the 14th, you can also circle 14th as a hot date. Moon in Capricorn is going to be conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. So this is an energy where you may have like this take control attitude or take control energy. It could feel very empowering for you. Moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn on the 14th. Also on the 14th, later on, of course, the moon will move into Aquarius. This could be some slightly confusing energy. I feel like you're going to find new ways that work when it comes to quickly changing things that you've been needing to fix or change for a long time. Also on the 14th, we have Venus in Libra. It's going to be trying Jupiter and Gemini. This is a very positive connection. The energy is social, witty, and clever. You want to make compromises with this energy. On September 16th, we have the moon entering Pisces, so your imagination could work in your favor on that day. Also on the 16th, the moon in Pisces will be trine Mars in Cancer, so this is fast energy, very energetic. You want to take action quickly on this day. And then we work ourselves to the 17th, September 17th. The moon in Pisces is going to be conjunct Saturn in Pisces. This energy is about focus. Again, here's some discipline and right over wrong. Because remember, Saturn is like Uranus, the rule maker. Saturn is the rule enforcer, right? But yes, lastly, on the 17th, we will experience the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. So some astrologers are describing this as a harsh eclipse. Some are saying this is jarring, truths exposed energy. And I think it is a little bit more about us no longer being able to ignore our problems. So, is it going to be a little harsh? Maybe. Is it going to seem like it's jarring? That's going to be that Uranus energy. So maybe. But the point of all of this energy is so that you will stop ignoring something that you've been ignoring for a really long time and has been keeping you from being able to move forward. So it may seem uncomfortable, but it is time to get to the heart of the matter with this particular lunar eclipse. You want to be cautious of emotional sensitivity or outburst. You really want to take time that you feel like you need for yourself to improve whatever you need to improve, whether it's your boundaries or you want to strengthen yourself internally. This is going to be the time to do this. This full moon does feel very intense. And I feel like it's because we're having to let go of something that we probably believe is really important to us. But it's like we finally understand it's it's like you either let it go because you feel like you understand something about your past, like why something happened, why you met a certain person, why you made the choices that you made, right? It's giving that type of very powerful energy. And remember, it's eclipse energy, so it's like that much stronger. And again, eclipses is like something being brought to the light. So something, truths being exposed wouldn't be too shocking for this particular full moon, right? All right, on the 18th, we have Mercury in Virgo opposition Saturn in Pisces. So nothing will come easy on this day, but all efforts will pay off. So keep that in mind. Circle the 18th as a hot date as well. Try to meditate the morning of. I feel like that's really going to help you be able to like maintain or keep the level of stress down and just let things go on this day. Like just let things go. Don't try to hold on to any type of stress. Don't try to fix anything that's bringing you stress. Definitely a day of release. Also on the 18th, the moon enters Aries. So something may get you excited. And what I'm going to say about that is don't jump too quickly. Don't jump too quickly on the 18th. On September 19th, the sun in Virgo is going to be trine Uranus in Taurus. So for those of us that enjoy pumpkin spice, this is going to be your day. I feel like it's going to be a lighter energy that requires that we actually enjoy our life on this day, September 19th. It's like the universe is going to expect you to enjoy the life that you're living. And you could definitely expect to see some huge progress on that day, September 19th. On September 20th, we have the Sun in Virgo opposition Neptune in Pisces. You don't want to overextend again. So notice how the month of September, it's going to be really easy to overwork yourself, overextend yourself, overdo something. Be very cautious of this energy as you work through the month of September. Pay attention to your body, what it needs. Rest when it asks you to, every single day of September, but especially on September 20th. Take time to recharge. For those of you on this journey, specific journey, you can circle the 20th as a hot date. On the 21st, we have Mercury in Virgo. It's going to be squared Jupiter in Gemini. So this is big thinking day, and it could be challenged because you're over focusing on the details. Also on the 21st, Sun in Virgo, trine Pluto in Capricorn. Very empowering aspect. It allows you the power. It gives you the power. It doesn't allow you. It gives you the power to ask for what you deserve. This could be a promotion, a raise, public achievement. It's very strong and unstoppable energy. On September 22nd, we have the Sun entering Libra. And this is also fall equinox, September 22nd. So you guys can circle this as a hot date on your calendar as well. It's the first day of autumn. I feel like the sun is going to be shining a light on relationships as the sun is moving into Libra, first day of autumn. Be fair, be generous, but do not people please. Do not people please. It's going to be really important. It's going to be one of those tests. Like, are you going to implement what you've learned, right? Also on the 22nd, we have Venus in Libra, where Pluto in Capricorn. Do not fight with others for power or control. Work on transforming your situation to where you want it to be. In other words, don't announce your plans. Just take slow and steady action. There could be some fallout energy here on this day, on the 22nd, some betrayal, jealousy. Just be honest and take the opportunity to rebuild your closest bonds. Also on the 22nd, Venus will enter Scorpio. So this is all about the mysteries of love and life. Relationships can become intense, passionate, and some may become obsessive. So keep an eye out for that. All right, lastly, on the 22nd, the moon will enter Gemini. Write your ideas down specifically on this day, September 22nd. On the 23rd, the moon is going to move into Gemini, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. So find yourself getting excited about a lot of new opportunities that you have opening up to you. September 23rd, moon in Gemini, conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. On the 24th, you can circle this date as a hot date. Mercury is going to be in Virgo, and it's going to trine Uranus in Taurus. So this is think outside the box energy, come up with new solutions. You could feel a burst of energy on this day, but don't let that energy knock you off course. That's going to be really important on the 24th. Mercury in Virgo trine Uranus in Taurus. It's that Uranus energy that could try to knock you off course. So be cautious with that energy. Stay grounded and hold the course. Also on the 24th, the moon will enter Cancer. So on this day, you want to tend to your emotional needs. This will help you with emotional stability on that day and long-term emotional stability. On the 25th, Mercury in Virgo opposition Neptune in Pisces. This is definitely a day of lost in daydreams, but it's perfect balance for creativity and practicality. Great day to take action on your plans and watch them quickly manifest. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. On the 25th, or also on the 25th, we have Mercury in Virgo trine Pluto in Capricorn. This could be a perfect day for job interviews, brand restructuring, harnessing your mind energy, a powerful day to get noticed. On the 26th, we have Mercury entering Libra. This energy is about open lines of communication, easier communication, understanding the opinions of others, being able to bounce ideas off one another. You want to be cautious not to delay making important decisions for yourself while you're waiting for others. On September 26th, Mercury entering Libra. Also on the 26th, the moon will enter Leo. So go within your heart space. This is the time to go within the heart space and make time for what makes your heart happy. On the 27th, you can circle this as a hot date. The moon is in Leo and it's square Venus in Scorpio. Careful not to overindulge on this day. Avoid going too far. September 27th. On the 28th, we have the moon in Leo, sextile Jupiter and Gemini. This is a bright outlook on life energy, open to new options. On the 29th, we have the moon entering Virgo. Focus in small ways how to improve your productivity. Also on the 29th, we have the moon in Virgo, sextile Venus in Scorpio. Enjoy your partner on this day. Work with others to make progress. Lastly, on the 29th, we have Mars in Cancer, trine Saturn in Pisces. This energy is about strong discipline. Notice that I used the word discipline several times as we work through our way through the month of September. So definitely going to be the lesson that we're implementing, right? It's definitely about finding the right approach, nurturing others, and try not to take anything too personally. Mars in Cancer, trine Saturn in Pisces, September 29th. Lastly, on the last day, September 30th, we have the Sun in Libra conjunct Mercury in Libra. This is ambitious energy. Focus on... I can't read my own handwriting. Focus on public image. It's a great day for networking, sending out resumes, and dressing your best could definitely help you get noticed on September 30th. And those of you on this very specific spiritual awakening can circle the 30th as a hot date. All right, guys, that is it. That is going to be all of your transits for the month of September. I hope we all took notes. I hope we all circled our hot dates. I hope that information is helpful to you. All right, now I'm going to show you guys what we're doing tonight. So I'm going to offer a free Virgo new moon reading tonight, and that reading will come across your screen here shortly. Guys, if you do any energy exchange, please let us know right away, because energy exchange readings, of course, do jump the free line and they go in order received. I am still offering our Pluto reading because Pluto is making this huge once in our lifetime transit. So if you feel like there's things still buried in your subconscious and you're still struggling with this Pluto energy, that could definitely be the reading for you. But there is our free reading for tonight, Virgo new moon reading. And what I want to say is, here's where our giveaway comes into play. Are you ready? So anyone who participates tonight, whether you do that Virgo new moon reading or you do an energy exchange reading, we're going to write your name down. We're going to go down the list. I'm going to put your name in a bowl, and at the end of this live stream, I'm going to pick a winner for that full moon lunar eclipse reading in Pisces. That is a recorded reading that I do. You can ask 2 questions. I will try to answer those 2 questions in your reading, and it's a recorded reading that I send to you when I'm finished. I will get that reading to the winner before the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse on September 17th. So that's what we're playing for tonight, guys. All right, let me clear screen. Oh, that's not true. I do have a couple of announcements before we start the collective reading. Okay, so my first announcement I want to talk about is our webinar on September 9th. So a few of you have registered for that webinar. Guys, email me so I can send you the link if you would like to register to join us. This is a private webinar, a very small group. We used to do these and I called them unlisted live streams. Do you guys remember that? But this time I'm going to use the on-air webinar service that comes with my StreamYard service. This is how we multi-stream to all 3 platforms. So definitely a lot quieter, a lot more, I guess I almost use the word conservative. I don't even know why. But it's just a private group. It's going to be us. And I think it's just going to be a lot easier for us to interact with one another. I am going to do a live Q&A after we talk about the rest of the astrology for 2024. I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming in 2025. I am going to offer some personal readings in that live stream, and I am also offering some birth chart consultations. Guys, this is my first time doing live birth chart consultations, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm super excited all at the same time. I've gathered all my astrology books, all my resources, all my charts, and I'm ready to go. So I hope you guys can all join me September 9th. And of course, if you want to join us, just message me, send me an email, and I will send you that registration information. All right. The last announcement I have is tomorrow night, we are going to do the Twin Flame Current Energy Update for the month of September. As we've been doing these, one of these every single month since I started PLR in October of 2020. There's actually a playlist over on my YouTube channel. So if you guys ever missed any, if you just want to go check my accuracy, I always used to say that, you can find those over on my YouTube channel. All right, I think that's it. I think now we can go on with the reading. I do have one last surprise. I've kept it a secret this whole time. I can't believe it because I've wanted to tell everybody. I got some new cards over the weekend. So we get to use them tonight, and I'm super excited, but I want to show them to you before we get started. Sandra's got ice on arm. Sandra. All right, so I see we have a list started already. I love it. I'm not gonna top that list off because we are doing the giveaway. So I think I'm just going to check on the list after the collective, and we'll see where we're at then. All right. The first thing I want to do is show you my new cards. Tree of Life is a new oracle that I've got, I guess, about a month ago. We've been using them, and I'm going to use them for our collective tonight. But you guys know Kyle Gray. You know Kyle Gray? I look at this angel numbers book almost daily. Anytime I see like a number that's being shown to me, pretty repeatedly, I will look it up in the Angel's Number by Kyle Gray book to see like what is the message that I'm getting here. Today the message, the number was 812. So when I look up 812 in the Angel's Number book, it said the lessons you're experiencing at this time is because a relationship or wound connected to a relationship has not yet been dealt with. To avoid unnecessary challenges, it's important to connect with this before moving forward. And if I could tell you like what's going on in my personal life and in my personal experience and in my personal awakening, that is spot on. So Kyle Gray, Angel Numbers, one of my favorite go-to books when it comes to numbers and angel numbers. So I found the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray while I was out this weekend. And so this is what we're going to use for guidance, but I just want to show you guys these beautiful, beautiful cards. It reminds me of this set of cards that Sandra gifted me. She gifted me the Divine Feminine Oracle, and it was like all of these Divine Feminines from all different cultures, all different religions, all different like spiritual aspects, locations, places, all together in one Oracle set. And the Keepers of Light is very, very similar to such things. So these are what we're going to use for guidance today. and that is Keepers of the Light. And then I also picked up the Modern Goddess Tarot. Modern Goddess Tarot definitely reminds me of the Modern Witches tarot set. I don't know if you guys remember that set. I use it often. I know it's Sandra's favorite. So that's the tarot that we're going to clarify with tonight. Beautiful, beautiful cards. I actually picked these up at a different store. I normally there's like a tarot store here in the town I live in, which is like amazing because I live in this little bitty small town. And I remember when I first started reading tarot, I was like so scared to tell anybody because I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna hang me in the town square, right? And then I don't know, I guess like a year or two later, this store opened up, this metaphysical store, and I was so surprised that it opened up in this town. And they've really been pushing, to like I don't know, get out there and be known and you know what I'm saying, really marketing themselves really well, becoming very popular very, very quickly. I was actually in Paducah when I purchased the cards that I purchased this weekend. And I was at this store called The Rock Shop. It's a beautiful, beautiful store that sells all kinds of crystals, gems, and really all types of metaphysical items that you may need. But I like to go there sometimes and check out their tarot cards. And they, of course, I did purchase a couple while I was there. But I mentioned my store, my Divine Intention store that's here in the town I live in. And the lady knew who I was talking about. She even knew that they were having some van trouble and having some challenges getting like to their different locations that they travel to. So I just thought it was really interesting how everybody like kind of knows one another, like going from a little bitty town like to the next city. But yeah, and really supportive of one another. I just love that energy. It's definitely like Age of Aquarius energy, right? All right, let's start with the collective. And I am going to use the Tree of Life Oracle. I'm going to look at masculine energy, feminine energy, and the bridging energy. All right, so the Twigs card comes out for the masculine. Tree stump comes out for the feminine. And the Roots card comes out as the bridging energy. On the bottom, we have the bonsai tree. I love it. The money tree, the abundance. Yay. All right. I'm going to look up the Twigs card first. I feel like we haven't really gotten this card too often. So I want to make sure like we're not missing anything. All right, I guess first I should tell you what energy I feel. The word unnecessary is coming to me. I'm not sure. Like maybe twigs are unnecessary. I don't know. Let's pull it up and see what it says. Okay, small worries and fears. Well, that is unnecessary. It says resources, simplicity, resolve, valid concern, foundation, criticism, worries, regrets, unnecessary load, bad memories, and useless fretting. It's definitely something like unnecessary. All right. It says, in choosing Tree of Life Twig card, it's good for you to be on your toes. What is underfoot? A caution requires you to be alert and get snappy. Gather your thoughts and resources. It's no use letting worries impede your progress now. Twigs break and fall away like old habits and cares. These twigs of worry are often thoughts we have outgrown but can't let go of easily. Worries like twigs can be collected, gathered, held tightly. Notice your old thought patterns, the ideas about yourself that you hang on to but no longer truly serve you well. Take those worries, name them, and then let them go. See them as dead wood you no longer need to carry and take them to the woodpile or use them to kindle new ideas. All right, tree stump for the divine feminine energy. It kind of gives me like this like set in your ways, or like there's something about like you've done something enough times that like you know now which way to go. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting with that one. All right, tree stump, pride and the old ways. All right, it says wisdom, experience, ancient knowing, established heritage, facing the inevitable. All right, it says Tree of Life stump card signals a time to rest and sigh, thinking of the past as we move on to the future. Sometimes we throw out the old and welcome the new, but there's a lot of wisdom in the ancient ways. Even as we renew our lives, we can still respect the benefit from lessons learned long ago. The energy that I'm getting with this card is, again, like I was saying, is you're going to get this opportunity to implement what you know. Like the rings in the tree stump talk about like how old the tree is and the wisdom it has because of how long it's been here, right? And it's like you get to implement what you know now. The roots card, I feel like I'm going to pull it up in the book, but I feel like it's pretty easy. It's definitely like you're both figuring out where you come from, who you are, why you're here. And this is going to be all that energy that's coming out with that Virgo new moon and that, Pisces lunar eclipse. It's very much like, what are we doing? What's the purpose? And why are we doing this so that we can be more productive and more efficient in what it is that we're doing? All right, let me look it up really quickly so I don't miss anything. All right, it's belonging. It says depth, permanence, steadfast resolve, unseen forces, and self-assurance. The Tree of Life roof card reminds us that wherever you go, you belong here on Earth. You are the only one on the planet, and you are unique. You are the only you on the planet and are unique and important. You do not have to prove your worth. Be assured that you are worthy and substantially simply by being. And from the place of your inner calm, you will feel yourself taking root. You do not have to seek approval, and you do not have to allow others to make up your own mind for you. Tree of Life root asks you to let your feelings drop thoroughly into your primal root chakra. Feel your feet go deep into the ground as roots reaching your substance and know that you belong. So it's definitely giving me this energy again, like knowing why we're here, why we met this person, why we experience these things. But I think it's more individual than about the other person. So it's bridging energy. So it's like what you're both learning at the same time. It could be different people in different places, but it's the same lesson that you're learning. And it's like you're learning about your individual roots. Are you a part of all of this? Yes. But are you an individual on your own? Yes. In other words, like your purpose isn't connected to this person, and this person's purpose isn't connected to this person. All right, let's use some modern goddess tarot. Guys, don't forget, whoever participates in readings tonight, whether free or paid, you will get entered into the drawing for a free Pisces lunar full moon eclipse reading from me. All right, let's look at that Twigs card. Okay. One moment. I'm going to go with that's too many. I see that 8 of Cups, but I'm going to reshuffle. Let's see if it comes back out. All right, so the 6 of Swords comes out. It's about being guided to let something go, to release something. The Emperor, taking power back, stepping into your power, being calm, and as you're facing some type of destruction. Knight of Pentacles is here. And I guess it doesn't have to be like some kind of destruction. Have mercy. But it's like being calm as something you built is being replaced or like rebuilt. In other words, like the mountain, you see the volcano exploding behind her, and like she's sitting there very calmly. I feel like you built some type of foundation, and now you're having to like rebuild that foundation. You're having to let go of what you thought you once was, and you're having to start something. Is something like that. All right, let's look at the tree stump energy. I feel like this is about the wisdom gained on this journey for Divine Feminine. It's definitely this energy about implementing what you know. Implementing what you know. We have Knight of Wands coming out. It's about taking passionate action. It's about being courageous enough to take new action. We have Ace of Pentacles for a new beginning, a new journey, a new path. And we have 10 of Pentacles. It's a new way to go towards your goals. You know what I'm kind of picking up with this energy here? So there used to be this card. Well, I mean, there's still a card, but there's this oracle set that I use often. It's called the Energy Oracle. And there's this card in it where it shows like this hallway of doors. And at the end of the hallway, there's like one big door and it has this huge light, bright light that's shining through it. And the goal is to like get down the hallway and reach that door. But it's like there's another door that has fallen like and fell in the way. So it's like laying in the middle of the hallway. You guys remember what card I'm talking about in the Energy Oracle? But it talks about how like you have a goal and then something happens. And when something happens and you're going down the path towards your goal, you don't just stop. Like you don't just give up and go, oh, well, I guess I don't want that goal anymore because, you know, I have this obstacle and that's too hard. I'm not going to deal with that. Right. So it talks about how like you don't have to change the goal. You just change the route that you take towards the goal. And that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up there. Get excited. Get excited. I got this feeling like for Divine Feminine, you've been through so much. The outcome of what's happening to you, like the outcome of like where life is heading may not be what you thought it was going to be. But here's something that I've learned in my awakening. And I know this isn't going to help a lot of you because it's really just me saying this. But it may help some of you that are on this awakening because like you're going to understand it, believe it. You've probably already experienced it. But it's this energy of like, one of the biggest things I've learned on this journey, on this spiritual awakening, is what I think I want is normally not what I need. I'm going to say that one more time. What I think I want is normally not what I need. But I'll think I want it. And I'll think, oh no, it's got to be that way. It's supposed to be that way, right? And then something will happen and, you know, time goes by and I can reflect and I can go back and I can look at it and I can be like, oh my gosh, what's that song? You know, unanswered prayers, like thank God, right? It's definitely giving this energy where we think we know something, we think we want something, but until we actually gain the wisdom, gain the knowledge, and then go back and look, would we make that same decision? Would we still want that thing? Most likely not, right? All right, let's look at the root card. So again, I do feel like masculine, feminine energy, you're both learning like where you come from, the purpose of everything. I'm definitely getting this energy like the purpose, like why did this happen? And that's going to be that Virgo new moon, that Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, and that Uranus retrograde in Taurus, right? All of those energies right there is what's causing us to understand that yes, we are all connected, but we all have an individual purpose here. My purpose is not this person's purpose. Their purpose is not my purpose. You see what I'm trying to say? And it's like that's the lesson that we're all learning. Again, doesn't matter if you're in union, doesn't matter if you're separated, doesn't matter because you're going to learn the same lesson at the same time. So the devil comes out, strong Capricorn energy there. It's about breaking free from karmic ties or unhealthy habits. We also have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is like teamwork, coming together, respecting one another. And Wheel of Fortune says it's time. It's time. I've been getting this really weird feeling, like, look at the Chariot on the bottom. The Chariot is like ride or die partner. It's Cancer energy. It's energy that says, don't be afraid to move quickly. But I've been getting this energy for a minute now that there's going to be something we're called to help with. And I just don't know what that is, or like what could it possibly be. But it's this energy of like being called to help the other for whatever reason. And then like, what would you do if that did happen? Like if you were called to help the person that awakened you, that shook your foundation, that caused you to go through dark night of the soul, like what would you do? Would you help that person, or would you, run? Michelle says, I really like the new cards. I love it. I love how colorful they are. All right, so now I'm going to use the Inner Eye Oracle. I'm going to do a quick head, heart, and higher self. I guess I'm being told I need to talk about the energies. All right, so we had Emperor. This is Aries energy. We had the Devil. That's Capricorn energy. And that's going to be that Pluto, right? We have Wheel of Fortune. That's Sagittarius, Jupiter energy. So those energies could be pretty prominent on your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, let's start masculine energy first. So I'm looking at thoughts. What are their thoughts in the headspace? Oh, mercy. It's so much, so much, so much. All right, I'm going to take the commitment. I do see the passion, the light, the match. In the headspace, thinking about making a commitment. For some of these masculines, it could have something to do with marriage. Six of Hearts could be Six of Cups. This could be reunion energy for some people. In the heart space, we have the Protector. That could be a message from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. I won't really know till we get to the feminine heart space. And we have the Guide coming out. Look at those kings. Too bad we're not playing poker, right? King of Hearts, the Guide. So the Guide is actually in reverse. I know you probably can't really tell, but it's supposed to go like that. So the fact that it's in reverse is pretty significant. It's kind of telling me that higher self is really giving you this opportunity again, Divine Masculine, to implement something you already know. It could be about commitment. It could be about protecting a commitment that you've made, Divine Masculine. All right. Let's look at the feminine head, heart, and higher self. We have the Leader coming out, Queen of Clubs energy for Divine Feminine headspace. So it's like you're thinking about leadership roles. You're thinking about who's watching. Like you're thinking about who you're a role model for, who you're guiding, like who you're showing things to. Let's look at the heart space. Here's where we're going to get in with the messages. We have new beginnings. It was trying to come out in reverse. I think the masculine energy is trying to tell you that they're trying to protect something And I think the feminine energy is, it's interesting because new beginning shows that new plant, and it seems very fragile to me. It seems like something that you would want to protect. But I'm getting this energy like divine feminine isn't protecting something anymore. It's like the masculine. So the masculine is the protect and provide energy. The feminine energy is the nurture, self-care energy. So it's weird. It's like the feminine energy has been protecting this journey. And it's this feeling like they're no longer protecting the journey. It's like divine masculine is having to step up into the position of protector. All right, the worries card is coming out for higher self lesson for divine feminine. This is going to be energy of overthinking, overanalyzing, over worrying something, right? This is the lesson here. All right, bottom of the deck, the confirmations. Look at that. We have the Lover. The J could be significant to someone. All right, I'm not going to pull any messages in this reading, but I am going to close it out with the Keepers of the Light Oracle. We have Lord Shiva, Transcendence. It says, rise up, honor your inner force, and steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Let's read what it says. So the book is amazing. I was just sitting here thinking, like, how am I going to find this card in this book? It totally has a contents page, tells you where everything's at, what page it's on. All right, Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Shiva is one of India's trinity of male god figures. He is depicted wearing a cobra around his neck, representing his capacity to tame fear or the ego. Surrounded by stars, showing his connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging the three aspects of divine masculine power in India: creator, preserver, and destroyer. He is known as the Destroyer because of his warrior-like energy and ability to destroy fear. He is a facet of the Divine Father energy and offers paternal protection, support, and guidance. He is also acknowledged as the Cosmic Dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos. He has the capacity to help us move beyond the fear of failure into clarity and connection. Extended message. Lord Shiva is with you right now to awaken your sense of connection to life itself. You are moving through a deep transition, and things will be clear from this point. You will know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. This is a powerful time as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you. It is time of innovation, ideas, stargazing, soul traveling, and soul revealing. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, is here with his sacred sound of Om to lead the way. All right, so I feel like that's definitely very masculine oriented. So we're going to pull one more. So it does feel like that guidance could be for masculine energy, especially if they're trying to break away from fear, ego, right? All right, Divine Feminine. I have El Mora, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So the protection is definitely something that's coming up for this energy as well. Awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. It says El Moria is a spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Rambar Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir, a region in Indian subcontinent in the 19th century. It is said that he has interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region in 1845. This wise soul is now able to help us remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God. He is a wonderful guide to call on when we are unsure if something is real or not. He helps awaken the I am presence, which is truest connection to our soul and to the universe itself. The extended message with this card is spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. El Moria is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Moria and his angels to surround you in the light and will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universe life itself. All right, so protection has been very big for Divine Feminine. I feel like spiritual protection has been very big for Divine Feminine. But here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I know about this awakening. Because again, I'm experiencing it. It's happening to me, right? What I know is that we are highly, highly protected. Regardless of whether I get a lot of people that message me like, Rosa, what do I do for protection? Or Rosa, what should I do? Or I feel like I'm being spiritually attacked. All right, here's what I know. Ready? One, there is darkness just like there is light. So is it possible to have a spiritual attack? Absolutely. But what I know 100% without a doubt is for those of us that are on this specific type of spiritual awakening journey, you are highly, highly protected. You're protected even against from yourself. Like I can't do something to end my journey or like to delay my journey or my spiritual awakening or my purpose, because in the end this is spirit's will. It's spirit's purpose. It's spirit's will that we heal and that we teach unconditional love by our actions, by example, right? Like that's the whole purpose. So there's nothing I can do myself, right, to hinder that. So if I can't do it myself, no one else around you can either. Can it cause delays and make things more challenges? Yes, but spirits will be done, right? Like that's just the way it is. So keep that in mind as you go through these lessons of protecting your energy. What I will say is cleansings are really important. We talked about cleansing and spiritual baths just the other night when we did the last live when we talked about Divine Feminine Celtic cross reading. So if you guys missed that, you can find that over on our YouTube channel. But again, protection has been coming up a lot. Archangel Michael is a good archangel to pray, especially when you're feeling like you need protection. But I want to say again, Archangel Michael is always protecting you on this journey. Whether you even know that you're awakening and experiencing this journey or not, Archangel Michael is protecting you. And that is the archangel that I seen first in my awakening. I immediately assumed it was Jesus, right? But then you learn, you awaken, and you start to gain knowledge of all the different archangels and their purpose and what it is that they do. All right, I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope this was helpful, guys. Please remember, this is going to be our collective reading. I am looking at the this first week of September with this energy. Tomorrow, we are going to do the twin flame current energy update, and that's where we're going to look at divine masculine and feminine energy for the whole month of September. So make sure to join me for that. All right, I'm going to show you guys what I'm offering tonight. I'm going to clean up really quickly. And then I will check out that list. We can go ahead and probably close that list out. Let's go ahead and do that. That Virgo new moon is going to be the one that I recommend the most. And don't forget, guys, if you participate, if you got put on the list there that we've now closed out, and you're here, you do have to be here at the end of the live. So if you get a free reading and you leave, and then I call your name to win that full moon Pisces lunar eclipse reading, I will keep calling until whoever is here. You do have to be here in order to win. I don't know what to say about that. Not my rules, Spirit's rules. Take it up with him. Mary Ann over on Facebook. Hello. Ooh, Jenna has love messages. I didn't even see that. All right, let me get my pen and paper. I don't want to mess it up. All right, so Jenna has paid reading love messages. Thank you, Jenna. All right. Then we have Sherry on YouTube. It's getting new moon. Dream Sequa won our last giveaway. She won a free seat over on our PLR webinar. This coming night, we're going to look at the astrology for the rest of 2024. New moon. Sandra, YouTube, new moon. Guys, don't forget we are on 3 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I don't know what to do about Twitch yet, guys. I haven't decided. I just keep streaming over there, and when we still get some views over there, I think we're at like 200 followers over there, and I can't let it go. I don't know what to do. But they refuse to change their rules. So I don't know. I guess we're just gonna keep streaming until they do, right? Victoria on YouTube after Sandra. New moon. Vanessa on Facebook. General guidance. Diana on YouTube. Virgo. Michelle. Virgo. New moon. Lisa on Facebook. General guidance. All right, I forgot that I need a bowl and a little piece of paper because when I do your reading, I'm going to put your name in a bowl. And then we're going to draw at the end to see who the winner is. All right, so let me find a bowl. Okay, what about a cup? We'll use a cup. And let me get a piece of paper. All right, and Jenna was the first one. I'm just gonna write Jenna, and I'm just gonna tear this little piece of paper with her name on it. And I'm gonna fold it up and put it in the cup. Y'all, don't let me forget to put your name in the cup. Remember when we used to do these all the time? I would forget all the time. Marianne Vancouver. I see you on there. Here's what I'm gonna say, guys. If you didn't make the list, you're more than welcome to hang out with us. It's very possible that someone won't wait, and we will skip over them, and then I may add to that list at the end. I may not. I don't know. But it's really just up to spirit. So again, hang out. Of course, also too, you could also receive a message. I feel like this is for Marianne. You may receive a message through someone else's reading. So keep that in mind as well. All right, let's jump to it. Let's do Jenna's. So Jenna is paid energy exchange reading, and she's doing love messages. And I am going to use the soulmate love message cards. And I'm just going to pull however many wants to come out. First one says, thank you for being there for me when I needed it the most. Next one says, I'm a better person because of you. I feel more optimistic about life, optimistic and full of life. You're the only one who manages to calm my inner beast. I don't trust easily, but with you, I feel so safe and accepted. Jenna, I'm picking up new interaction, like new connection. I don't think it's a new connection. Maybe it's like a reconnection, but this is new energy. And it feels like the person needed you for something or maybe confided in you about something. It could have been like actual words, conversation. It could have been in a letter. It could have been like just words placed. I don't know. It's like something where I'm not sure, but it's like a message. And I'm just seeing like a word here and a word there, but it's like you got the full message. And they are just like showing gratitude and like, thank you for helping type of energy. I do feel like their inner beast was worked up about something. And it's like you brought them calmness in this moment where there was some type of, again, it's like new spark, new reconnection, new communication, something like that. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful, Jenna. Sherry says, I receive messages through others. How interesting. It's very true. It's very true. Like if you catch someone else's reading and like it's not going to be a coincidence that someone's message is like they had the same question you have, right? It's not going to be a coincidence that someone is, like getting an answer to a question that you asked spirit, right? There's no such thing as a coincidence, and you can definitely get an answer through someone else's reading. That's why I like to do these live, because it seems like, a lot of people have a hard time, like, I guess being open to, like, some people don't even want to participate. Some people don't even want to mention, like, hey, this is happening to me, right? So it's like they just kind of watch secretly in the background type of thing. And then other people, have the courage and they speak up and they interact and then they get the reading, and it definitely helps that person that like was too afraid to speak up, right? Jenna says he did wish me a happy birthday a few weeks ago, and I responded with thanks and a heart eyes smiley. I love it. All right. Um, Sherry on YouTube is going to be next with the Virgo new moon reading. And guys, I'm going to stick with the tarot for the Virgo new moon readings. Thank you, Sherry. All right, essential detail. Jenna, if you get new communication, I feel like that was the one you're talking about. It seems that energy seems a little like behind that energy I was just reading. So, if you get new communication, where the person feels like they're worked up about something and you calm them and like calm them down in some way, come tell me. Come tell me, right? All right, Sherry, here we go. Virgo new moon reading. The first thing I'm looking at is the essential detail that you could be missing. Essential detail that you could be missing. Today must be like drop the cards day. All right, the strength card comes out. Leo energy comes out. The essential detail that you may be missing. I feel like this is more about you're not missing something, you're not seeing something. Like you're not, before you couldn't sit next to this lion and hold his mouth. Before you would have ran from the lion. So it's like what you're not seeing or the detail that you're missing is how much strength you've gained through this whole experience, through this whole awakening. I feel like maybe you're like me and you're hard on yourself and you don't pat yourself on the back for the accomplishments that you make. You just kind of focus on what you still have yet to accomplish. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting there. All right. How can you align with a more productive you? This is definitely some new moon energy coming out here with productivity. How can you align with a more productive you? So we have the Five of Cups coming out. The Five of Cups is the card that talks about loss and despair. Notice how she's facing the cups that are spilt, the three cups that are spilling out. There's always two cups that are full with the Five of Cups. You're always going to see three cups spilt and two cups full. And the whole point of that is to show you that, yes, there are some spilt cups here. Yes, you did experience a loss, Sherry, but you gained something. There's still something that you're taking with you. And a lot of times it doesn't get credit. It doesn't get noticed because we're too busy like focusing on what we lost. So a more productive you could be letting go of what was lost. I know that can be challenging, especially when this is something like grief, right? Like when you're grieving another soul, another being. But there's going to be something that they left you, something that they gave you, something that's like, it's cups. So love, feelings, emotions that you're going to be able to take with you into the future. And that's where your focus needs to be. All right, let's look at and see who needs your help. Who needs your help? I didn't talk about this too much, but we're definitely I feel like I'm kind of seeing it. We've seen it in the collective energies a little bit, where it's like we're going to feel like someone is going to reach out to us and ask us for help in some way. For many of us on this specific type of journey, it could definitely be counterpart energy, right? The World card. The world needs your help. That's so beautiful. It can't be any more perfect, right? It's definitely this energy of one, I want to say it's an energy of closing something out. So who needs your help? It could be like someone that you're closing a chapter out with, right? But it's like there is this energy where you've been given something that you need to share with other people, and that is definitely going to be the energy of like the world needs your help, right? For those of you that are on this type of awakening, like if you don't know what it is that we're doing, we're literally transmuting energy. You're transmuting darker, lower vibrational energy into higher, more light, base, higher vibrational energy. It's something that's needed in order for us to like be able to continue going forward. So it's like people think that God just created us to wander the world and go shopping and eat stuff. Like, no, we actually have purpose and things that we have to do in order for the world to keep going around, right? All right, I'm going to pull some guidance for Sherry to close it out. Virgo, a new moon. We have the Eight of Swords coming out, Sherry. So the guidance is going to be self-restriction. So don't stop telling yourself that you can't do something. Stop telling yourself that you're too small, or you're not big enough, or you're not important enough, or you're not popular enough, or you're not known enough, or whatever it is. Like, stop telling yourself that, because the world really does need you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right. Dream Sequa is next. Dream Sequa, say hi to me in the comments. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, you know what? I almost did it already. Okay, so Jenna was first, and then Sherry was next. Remember, we're doing a giveaway here. We're trying to do a giveaway. So I wrote Sherry's name on the little paper, and she's in the cup. And now I'm going to do a Dream Sequa. Dream Sequa might be on a winning streak. I'm just saying. She won our giveaway for our PLR webinar in her last live. I'm excited to do these giveaways again. I don't know about y'all, but I find these to be so much fun. It just brings a little excitement. You know what I mean? A little something change up, a little different. All right, here we go. Diana says, at the end, you should have 9 names in the bowl. So right now we have 3. All right, Dream Sequa. The first thing I'm looking at is the essential detail that you are missing. The essential detail that you are missing. We have the Crone of Pentacles. In the modern goddess tarot, the Crone of Pentacles is like the King of Pentacles. Crone is energy where you have gained the wisdom, right? So King of Pentacles, a protector and a provider. So the essential detail that you're missing could have something to do with protecting yourself or providing for yourself. It's pretty it's pretty interesting energy because it's giving me strong masculine energy. So the detail that you could be missing could have something to do with a strong masculine energy. All right, how to align with a more productive you. How to align with a more productive you. I just want to say, Crone, like gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge. Pentacles, King of Pentacles, protect and provide. Like is the essential detail you're missing the fact that you're learning how to protect and provide for yourself? Like, is that a possibility? All right. So how you can align with a more productive you, the Five of Pentacles comes out. And Five of Pentacles is that card that says it's okay to ask for help. It's also the card that talks about being abandoned or like being left out in the cold. So if you feel like you're being abandoned or you feel like someone's left you out in the cold, like it's okay to ask for help. It's definitely giving me some, I feel like you could be, I don't know, maybe you're against it. Maybe someone around you is against it, but it's giving me like therapeutic type of vibes, like being able to talk to someone about something that you've went through or are going through. All right, let's look at who needs your help. Who needs your help? Look at that. Ace of Swords. It's giving me very like spirit, God, universe, source. It's also new communication. So how spirit needs your help could have something to do with how you communicate. It could have something to do with fighting for something or fighting for a way to be able to like communicate. In other words, like standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, something like that. So it's like, who needs your help? It's definitely giving me like source, universe needs you to speak up and stand up for yourself. All right, let's look at some guidance for Dream Sequel. I'm taking both of them. So 2 came out, the Hermit and Knight of Swords. The guidance here is going to be, and this is higher self guidance. So the Hermit is about going within. Dark Night of the Soul, I do see like the mirror behind them. It could have something to do with like some self-reflection here. You need to be like what you need to heal. We also have Knight of Swords coming out. Knight of Swords is that energy of a breakup. It is that energy of freedom. It is that energy where it says you deliver a message about being able to be free, to go do what it is that you need to do. And the Hermit is about like withdrawing energy, going within. Again, spiritual awakening, Dark Night of the Soul. On the bottom, you have Page of Swords. It's also a card of spiritual awakening, but it's like higher learning energy. And you always see like, not always, but sometimes like this one, she's drawing that arrow back. So it's like you can take aim and go. It's like at this point in your journey, you need to take in so much information that Spirit's just wanting you to start somewhere. That's what I'm getting with Page of Swords. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Dream Sequel. All right, next one is going to be Sandra. Let me make sure to get her name in there. Oh, thank you, Dream Sequel. All right, Sandra. Here we go. Modern Goddess Tarot. The essential detail that you're missing. We have the Seven of Swords. Protecting yourself. Not telling someone something. This could be about leveling up. There's something about the 2 swords that are being left. Okay, let me tell you the story of the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords talks about like trickery and deceit and lies and yada yada. But the actual okay, so it does mean those things. But in the portrayal or like what the picture represents in 7 of Swords, I guess I should say, is the story where the person the reason they have all these swords in their hands is because they've had to go sneak over to the next camp, or like the next town, or to their neighbor or whoever, right? And steal all their swords because that neighbor or that camp or that town or whoever was planning on coming and attacking them with their swords. So what they did was they waited until those people were asleep and they snuck over there and they took their swords. So it's like, now you can't come stab me. Now you can't come kill me. Now you can't whatever, right? So it's interesting to me that in this particular tarot set, Modern Goddess Tarot, she's actually leaving two swords there. That's pretty interesting. But it is this energy of leveling up, and it is this energy of not telling everyone what it is that you're doing. I know this has been really strong for me, and it's really hard for me because one, I talk a lot. Two, I'm having my awakening like literally for the whole world to see, right? So it's like sometimes I'm like, am I supposed to talk about that? Do I need to mention this? Like, am I supposed to say that? But there's definitely something that's very personal going on in my experience that I haven't talked about, like to the public, like to you guys, like to, whoever, because I've definitely been told that I need to keep that energy to myself. I need to protect that energy. A lot of times when we tell people things, even to like our loved ones and our friends, people can definitely send you some bad juju, even in a subconscious way, like not meaning to, because of their own insecurities or their own jealousies, right? So I've definitely been learning this lesson in the last, I don't know, I would say like 6 weeks or so, where it's like, I don't need to tell everyone what I'm doing in certain situations. That information is like secure. That information is like, it's just between me and spirit, like me and source, me and God. God's approval is the only one I need. God's the only one I need to share that information with. So that could definitely be like same type of meaning there. All right, how you can align with a more productive you. How you can align with a more productive you. Look at that. High Priestess. The High Priestess sitting at the veil. It's like ask Spirit the answer, and Spirit or question, and Spirit will give you the answer. It's definitely giving me that type of vibe. The High Priestess is also like in control of her emotions. There's this, it's like a royalty. I'm getting like this royalty type of feeling. It's very much like a privileged type of energy coming with this High Priestess. Like there's something about your journey, there's something about you that's more privileged, and that's what's going to help you align to a more productive you. And I think what it is, it's like more privileged, is your connection to spirit. Like we're literally sitting next to spirit. Like there's a veil between spirit and everyone else, right? And it's like they have to move that veil in order to get a message. I don't know if it's just me and you, Sandra. I don't know if it's just me, you, Sandra, and Diana. I don't know if it's you, me, Sandra, Diana, Michelle, and Sherry. I don't know if it's all twin flames. I just know that I have a very strong, precise, and direct line to source, to spirit. If I have a question, I ask it and I receive the answer. I don't always like the answer, and I can ignore the answer sometimes, but the answer is always there. So that could definitely be something that you need to focus on, know about yourself, understand about yourself, and the journey that you're on to align with a more productive you. All right, let's look at who needs your help. Who needs your help? We have the Hierophant. Hierophant is Taurus energy. I'm getting high Virgo here, but this is Taurus energy. Taurus energy is responsibility. It could have something to do with a marriage. But what I find super interesting with the Modern Goddess Tarot, look how she's got her foot on the building. And I mean, the foot definitely looks like it is a church, right? So it is this energy of like thinking outside the box. This is bigger than what you know or what you're thinking or what you're expecting. It's definitely giving me this vibe like you're going to have to help someone that you didn't think you were going to have to help. You may have to help someone that's more in a church-based religion and you've outgrown that type of belief system, right? All right, you may have to help someone you were once married to, right? All right, let's look at the guidance card. Guidance card. This could also, of course, be like children that came from a marriage. That could be a thing too, especially if they have strong Taurus placements. But let's pull some guidance. We have the Emperor coming out. All right, so the guidance is going to be that when the shit is hitting the fan, Sandra, you are to sit in your throne, the throne of royalty, the throne of spirituality, the throne of divine feminine energy who sits right next to God, right? So whenever something is happening, you're to remain calm. You are not to like react or overreact in a situation. In fact, it's giving me this energy like you don't even need to respond. You don't even need to respond. Whatever shit is hitting the fan, it's like it's behind you. See how it's behind her? That energy is behind you and it cannot touch you. On the bottom, Six of Wands is a victory, and it's a notice, like notoriety, right? Like someone notices you. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Sandra. I hope that was helpful. Erica. All right, Victoria on YouTube is next. Victoria on YouTube, say hi to me in the comments. Sandra, he's a Taurus. I would have never guessed. Victoria on YouTube, new moon reading. Say hi to me in the comments. And then we have Vanessa on Facebook getting a general. Diana, new moon. Michelle, new moon. And Lisa, general. All right, there's Victoria. Victoria, Virgo, new moon. Let's look at the essential detail that you could be missing. Oh my goodness, I've dropped so many of them today. I'm working with a much smaller table. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles comes out. Focus, dedication, the essential detail that you're missing. She's drawing something. She's painting something. But it's focus and dedication. Eight of Pentacles. All right, let's look at how you can align with a more productive you. We have the Star, Aquarius energy, clean slate. It's like wipe out the past, let go of something from the past. Stop looking back at something and only look at where you're headed. Let's look at who needs your help. Who needs your help? We have Ace of Wands, fate, destiny, passion, action. It's giving me fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I think you could have an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy around you, or either you're dealing with this energy, but it's like it's very passionate. It's very exciting. It could make you a little nervous, but it does have to do with like fate or destiny. Then I'm going to pull out some guidance. I'm actually going to pick them up because I threw them across the room. And I'm going to pick the one that is turned upside right. So you have the Eight of Cups. And Eight of Cups is that energy that says you're going to walk away from something. You're walking towards your Two of Cups. You're walking towards a completion of something when it comes to something that you feel emotional for, or something you have a lot of love for. All right, so here's what I want to do, because this Eight of Pentacles threw me off, I feel like, the whole reading. I understand this part, I understand this part, I understand this part. But the Eight of Pentacles, the essential detail that you could be missing is like something about, I heard fine print, but it's like something about like the actual detail, or being able to focus on the detail. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, again, spiritual beliefs. It could have something to do with a masculine. Queen of Wands, confidence in yourself. Look how she's writing in the book. And Wheel of Fortune is like fate, destiny. Again, it's like this energy of its time. All right, so the essential detail that you're missing is you've been working on something for a very long time. It could have something to do with your spiritual beliefs, maybe the spiritual journey you've been on. You could have been writing this information down. So the essential detail that you're missing is that it's time to share that energy. It's time to share whatever you've been writing, whatever you've been drawing. It's like it's hidden, and it's time for it to be brought out. There's this energy of like, you may be concerned of what other people think about it, and Spirit's saying like, it's time. On the bottom, Nine of Pentacles. Whatever it is, it could definitely make you like financially independent. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right. Vanessa on Facebook is a general. All right, so normally I use Queen of the Moon for general, but I don't have them out. So I'm going to use our Tree of Life Oracle. Thank you, Vanessa. And let's just see what Spirit wants to say to Vanessa. All right, so we have the Fallen card coming out. That's going to be really easy. It talks about the things that are falling away. I'm just going to go ahead and read it out of the book. All right, death and renewal, acceptance, forbearance, grace, ritual, exposure of truths, tragedy, misery, great loss, and bitterness. All right, it says, you are on notice that a big cycle has ended or is ending, and a big new one is beginning. Tree of Life Fallen urges you to stand in strength. Often in life, something signals an end, perhaps even a drastic or momentous event. You are now in or may soon be a part of a shift that seems to have altered the universe. Do not lose hope or faith in all that is good, and all that good life has to offer at this time. Forbearance and stealth will see you through. What makes you strong is your ability to feel the impact and go with it. Grieve and allow sorrow to wash through you. What was mighty and tall has now come down. An enormous loss may be felt overwhelming, but even in death, we become the new perspectives and stark clarity that we gain. When a great tree falls, it can be sudden or unexpected. This is a time for us to mourn and feel the loss of what once was. Okay, so here's the energy that I'm getting with this card. It's kind of like that collective reading that I was picking up on with the Divine Feminine energy, where it's like we thought we wanted something, and it's like as you go through certain parts of the journey, you start to realize like, oh, I didn't really need that thing that I thought that I wanted, right? And it's like we don't learn that until like way later on in the journey. We fight Spirit and Source so much because we think we want this thing, or it has to be this way. I think what has fallen for you, or like what the guidance here for you is that, again, you believed in something, you thought something was going to be a certain way. And this could be like, for example, let's say you have like a cardinal placement, right? Like with this Pluto transit that's happening with going back into Capricorn, it's really strong on the cardinals because placement, because it's like this energy of being in this like karmic cycle, right? Like the 15 to 16-year karmic cycle where things have been really, really challenging. So it could just be like a belief system that everything is always going to be hard for me. Like that could be coming to an end. You could be needing to let that go. That could be the tree that is fallen. Now you find out, hey, it wasn't always supposed to be hard. It's not always going to be challenging. It's not always going to be difficult. When something ends, something new does begin. But I think what's happening for you, and really for a lot of us collectively, is the old us is dying away, right? That's what Pluto is doing for us in this lifetime. That's why I said I think it's amazing that we're alive at this time and that we get to experience this energy. Because what's happening is this Pluto transit is allowing us to let go, completely remove the old us, the old us that was people pleasers, the old us that suffered from fears and anxiety and depression, the old us that didn't step into our power, didn't use our powers and our abilities, right? It's like that's what's falling away so that the new us can be born. You may be mourning the old you. You may be mourning what you thought was like what blah 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 once was, like maybe something you thought something was going to be a certain way and it's not that way anymore. You could be mourning what you thought you wanted. You see what I'm trying to say? But it's like you have to grieve it, you have to release it, and you have to do this in order to be able to move on to the part where there's a rebirth or something new and better that actually you want or actually you need comes in, right? All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Hey, man, I'm forgetting names. See, I don't even know. Okay, I got to go back. Victoria and Vanessa. I know I didn't put on there. See, here we go. I'm going to mess it up, y'all. All right. Sandra, Jenna, Dream Sequa. This is the last one's going to be Sherry. Yeah. All right. So Sherry and then Victoria. And then Vanessa. All right, stick around, ladies, because we're almost to the end, and I'm going to draw the winner for that full moon Pisces lunar eclipse reading. All right, so Diana is next, Michelle, and then Lisa. There's Diana. Thank you, Vanessa. Let me get Diana's name on our little paper. All right, new moon in Virgo. First thing I'm going to look at, Diana, is the essential detail that you could be missing. Guys, if you got a reading today or if you heard a message that pulled at your heartstrings, please make sure to hit that like button for me. It's definitely a struggle as a small channel to get noticed on the platforms, but it definitely helps when you interact, when you comment, when you like, when you share, all of those things. Definitely helps our growth. All right, Diana, here we go. Essential detail that you could be missing. We have the Five of Swords coming out. This is disagreements, arguments. This could be negative thinking, but I think it's actual physical disagreements or arguments. I don't know if you've actually had the disagreement or the argument. I think that's the essential detail. It's like you want something to happen, but the communication hasn't been expressed. It maybe wasn't expressed because there was fear that there would be some type of confrontation or some type of disagreement. But it's like something needs to be said. It may be harsh, like it may not be nice, but it's like it needs to be said. All right, how to align with a more productive you? We have Ace of Cups. So this is about overflow of emotion. So this is about taking control of your emotions. It definitely could be intuitive hits. So in other words, like pay attention to the little intuition hits that you receive throughout the day. But I think it's more about overflow of emotion. I think you haven't had a conversation with someone because you fear that it may become confrontational. And that's the overflow of emotion. It's like there's too much fear and the conversation just needs to be had. Is it possible it's going to be a challenging conversation? Well, yes, of course, Five of Swords. All right, let's look at who needs your help. We have Nine of Swords coming out. It could just be you needing to process trauma, needing to process your information, something you've went through. This could also be someone who feels like they've been stabbed in the back. And that's the energy. The stars, I just want you to notice the red, white, and blue on the picture. And the stars are sticking out to me. But yeah, definitely this energy, like this person feels like they've been done dirty. They were stabbed in the back. It's like they need you to fight for them in some way. All right, let's pull some guidance. We have the Devil card coming back out. It is that energy of Capricorn energy. The guidance could have something to do with your own birth chart. I'm hearing where is Capricorn for you. But it could also be like there's something that you could be tied to that's karmic, unhealthy. And it could be keeping you from being able to help someone, being able to control some type of emotion, being able to stand up and fight for something. Whatever it is that's like unhealthy. Like, let's say this is, I don't know, I can't think of like anything offhand, but like, let's say you're someone who, and I'm just making this up off the top of my head, y'all. Diana doesn't normally do this, but let's say you're someone who hides inside your house and you never leave because you're scared of people and, whatever. So it's like you can't go fight for someone if you're scared to leave the house. You see what I'm trying to say? There's something that's like unhealthy that you're doing that's not good for you. It's not serving the greater good and definitely could be keeping you from being able to do something for someone else. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Capricorn is North Node. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. What house? Which house? I know. Now I'm invested, Diana. I'm invested. I'm gonna have to go look. All right. So next is Michelle with Virgo new moon reading. And Lisa on Facebook. So now is where I'm gonna ask, did anyone not get put on the list and stayed and hung out with us? Let me know in the comments as quickly as possible. All right, Michelle, here we go. Essential detail that you could be missing. Ten of Pentacles comes out. Ten of Pentacles is kind of confusing because it encompasses everything. It's good. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles is about literally everything, but it shows in the Ten of Pentacles, it talks about like goals and achievements, but it shows a family. And the Ten of Pentacles card, it always shows this family. Sometimes it even shows like their dog. Sometimes it shows like grandparents, community, friends, family, all these people like gathered, right? And it's all about like the things that make you happy, the things that make you fulfilled. It's energy of contentment. But Ten of Pentacles is like essential detail that you could be missing is this energy. Like you already have everything that you think you don't have, or you think you need more. And it's like you already have all of these things. Like maybe you have a dog, maybe you have children, maybe you have family, maybe you all gather at the table, you get to spend time together. It's definitely this energy of essential detail that you're missing is being able to look at something that you already have that you think you don't, and you have to go and gather, you have to go and get, or it's like outside of you. It's like it's already here type of energy. All right, how to align with a more productive you. How to align with a more productive you. We have the Fool card, taking a leap of faith. Beginning the journey is what I'm hearing, because you've already taken several leaps of faith here. Your faith has grown. That is why like these cards are high vibe energy here, but it's like there's something that you haven't started. There's a journey that the Fool is like the very first card in tarot. It's like the Fool's journey, the whole tarot, all the cards, right? So it's like you haven't started something and you need to put your faith into that and start that situation. There's something about the rainbow in the picture that's sticking out to me as well. You could have recently seen a rainbow. She's holding a bouquet of flowers. I have started purchasing my own flowers. There could be something about that too. All right, let's see who needs your help. Who needs your help? We have Two of Swords. Two of Swords is stuck energy. Someone who can't make a move on their own, someone who can't see to make a move, someone who feels like they're stuck and they're not sure which direction to go. It could just be you. It could be just saying like you need your help in being able to see where your next step is, where you're supposed to land. The Two of Swords is that card that says like I'm stuck somewhere and I don't think that I have an option to go anywhere else. That's not true. You always see the two little islands or two rocks or two other locations behind the person in the Two of Swords. We also learned from Minnow Pond that there's always a new moon on the Two of Swords. So this new moon in Virgo could be giving you a new opportunity, or whoever this person is that feels like they're stuck and they can't really go somewhere, or they can't see like the next place that they're supposed to go. All right, let's look for guidance, higher self guidance coming out from Michelle. Virgo, new moon, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands says quick information comes in. You could experience some sudden changes. What I'm getting with this energy, again, is giving me a little bit of that Chariot, Two of Cups, partnership, romance. But it's giving me this energy of like, don't be afraid to move quickly. Don't be afraid to move quickly. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Mary Ann, Vancouver. Thank you. Let's add Mary Ann to that list. Thank you, Michelle. All right. So we have Lisa with general guidance. Lisa on Facebook. Let me know that you're still here. Say hi to me in the comments. And then we're adding Mary Ann, Vancouver, also on Facebook. So Lisa is here. General guidance, I'm going to pull from the Tree of Life Oracle. Oh my gosh, y'all, I forgot the names again. All right, so we did Diana, and then it was Michelle, right? So Michelle's the only one I forgot so far. Let me make sure. Okay, so we did Vanessa and Victoria. I remember putting them in there. And we did Diana. So it's going to be Michelle. Lisa and Mary Ann. All right, so let me do. Y'all remember we're doing this for a free giveaway. I'm gonna do a full moon reading for the Pisces lunar eclipse moon coming September 17th. All right, let me get Michelle in the cup. All right, and I'm getting ready to read for Lisa. And I'm going to go ahead and put Mary Ann's in there because I will forget. And she's waited this whole time, so I feel like she's going to wait for the reading. Mary Ann. Facebook. All right. Now they're all in there. I'm going to count them really quickly. What she said, there was going to be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we added Mary Ann. Remember? All right, I got it. Okay. So right now we're on Lisa Carter. She says hi. And we're going to do Tree of Life because she wanted general read, correct? Yes. All right, so let's see what comes out. I'll try to give you any information I can channel through, and then I'll read the message out of the book. We have the Man card coming out and the Forest card. You can't see the forest through the trees. All right, so I mean it's pretty direct. It's pretty easy. I feel like you are struggling with a masculine energy. You could feel lost with this energy, not sure what to do. I mean, look at all the cards. It's so easy. And the love card is here. Look how they're entwined with each other. So 2 separate individuals, but definitely becoming one, right? You see how it's entwined here? I mean, it's giving me strong twin energy. It's giving me strong, like, masculine, feminine energy. I wouldn't say necessarily divine. I'm picking up strong, wounded, masculine here with this energy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the love message because I feel like that's the one that's going to be the most important. Guys, you're drawn to me for very specific reasons. It is going to have to do with like the type of awakening that we're experiencing. It is like minds. In other words, like I'm experiencing something and I'm going to draw more people that are experiencing that same type of energy, right? So if you're drawn to me, it's going to be very much the type of awakening that we are experiencing. All right, so the love card says entwinement, love, romance, sexuality, friendship, unconditional love, platonic love, and union. If you have drawn the Tree of Life love card, then romance is really in the air. You may have completely bewitched someone, body and soul, or you may have a great crush on someone yourself. Romance is first and foremost present when this card is chosen. You may have a great crush on someone, or there may be one who desires you. Tree of Life love card reminds you to delight in playing with all the joy and anticipation of the possibility of new union. Sexual desire and seduction, flirting, and all the excitement, anticipation of courting can lead you to finding a wonderful mate or a true love. Tree of Life love card is akin to the Tree of Life spring, and that this is a time of abundance and fertility. But this card is about passion and intoxicating effect love and desire may have on you all through life. It's about discovering your soulmate and finding the one who will truly treasure you. If you're having a twin flame awakening, like that is your goal. You're learning how to learn to like you're learning to love and heal yourself so that you can align with someone who will truly love you as well, right? Like that is the goal. A lot of times people think it's going to be with the person that awakened them, and I'm not going to say that it's not going to be like, I'm not going to be like this Debbie Downer person. It happens sometimes, but that's not always the case. Most of the time we align with soulmate energy. It's people that are like they're at the same level. I think you're here, Lisa, because you're feeling someone's energy that's pulling at you from your past. You've already experienced this energy with this person. Again, it's like you can't see the forest through the trees type of energy. There was a bigger reason. There was something more powerful than just this one person. I'm not trying to take their credit away. I'm not trying to discredit them. I'm not trying to say they're not important, but it's like this energy is going to lead you to something that's way more powerful, maybe even way more powerful than you yourself can see at this time. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, next one is going to be Marianne. Marianne on Facebook. Say hi to me in the comments. Lisa Carter says, exactly. I love it. Good. That's good confirmation. Oh, well, that's not good. This is super bad. I don't know. Maybe it's not super bad. Somebody must think that we are good enough or getting big enough to copy our stuff, right? So yes, guys, I'm not gonna send you a friend request. That's never gonna happen. All readings, like you gotta come to me. I'm not gonna chase you down. But thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing the information. Guys, please report any fake accounts that you see. Especially over on Facebook. I struggle a lot on Facebook with fake PLR accounts. But yeah, I just have the one, and I'm not going to send you any friend requests. I will say that one thing I did over on my Facebook is I stopped following other people. So my follow list on Facebook is really, really small. And I imagine that I will probably leave it that way. And that's how we'll know that, like it's me. A lot of the scammers will follow 1,000 billion people just so that they can scam those people as well, right? So it's like that's my list is going to be very small, very minimal, and very like inspirational, spiritually motivational. That's usually what I'm following over there on Facebook. All right, but thank you so much, Michelle, for letting us know. And yes, please make sure to report that nonsense. And yes, I mean, I guess it is some type of flattery, right? Like we're getting big enough that people think that, hey, let's copy her. All right. So Marianne, I'm sorry, Marianne Vancouver on Facebook. I don't know why I said Melanie. It's so weird, right? But let me know which reading. Are you looking for a general reading? Do you want to try the Virgo new moon reading that I was offering tonight? Just let me know. And again, thank you so very patiently for waiting. We did get your name in the cup, right, for the drawing since you waited so very, very patiently. Diana says it's probably that scammer that we blocked. Virgo new moon. I love it. All right. So here we go. Modern Goddess Tarot. All right. So, Marianne, the first energy I'm looking at is the essential detail that you could be missing. You have the Chariot. Chariot is ride or die partner. I love how she's sitting in the wheelchair in this particular Modern Goddess Tarot. Okay, so that could be a message in itself. So you could be seeing something as a hindrance And it's actually something that is going to benefit you. It's actually going to help you get to something faster. The Chariot is ride or die energy. It does talk about using all of the elements, fire, water, earth, air, to receive some type of victory, some type of achievement. So again, I think the detail that you're missing is you're seeing something as a hindrance. Like, let's say, for example, I'm not saying you're in a wheelchair, but let's say, for example, you caused some type of delay. Like maybe you detoured off your soul's path and you went and did this thing for a little while. Some people like to call them mistakes. I like to call them delays. And it's like, you're like, well, this slowed me down. But really, you had to slow down because something wasn't ready for you quite yet. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like you're seeing something as something that is hindering you or stopping you or slowing you down, but really it's actually helping you, and it's helping you get to something quickly, because the Chariot is, don't be afraid to move quickly. All right, how you can align with a more productive you. How you can align with a more productive you. We have the Star card coming back out, Aquarius energy. Again, it's like, stop looking at the past, only focus on your future. If it doesn't align with your future, don't pay any attention to it. It's time for a clean slate, a clean slate. All right, let's look at who may need your help. Who may need your help? You got two major arcanas here. The Chariot is Cancer energy. The Star is Aquarius energy. I could say like this could be people around you, but I feel like I want to say go look at your birth chart. Where is Cancer energy for you? I'm a Cancer rising. Where is Aquarius energy for you? On my chart, Aquarius is the 8th house. So it's like, where are these energies for you? And this could definitely give you a little bit more information. All right, who you're helping, we have 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is bringing something to a completion of a painful life cycle. Someone could be around you that doesn't know how to close something out, and you've already done this. So it's like you're going to be able to show them how to get a clean slate. And again, it could just be you. It could be saying that you put all of that energy from your past into yourself, into closing something out once and for all, so you don't deal with that energy in the future. All right, let's pull a guidance card to close it out. All right, we have 8 of Swords coming out. So again, self-restriction. So it's like, if there's no movement, it's because you're telling yourself you can't do something. If there's no movement, it's because you feel stuck or you feel like you're being held back by something. Really, with the 8 of Swords, it's a self-restriction. So it's like nothing's really holding you back but you. It's that energy. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Marianne. I hope that was helpful reading. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming and participating. I'm so excited. We got to put everyone's name in the bowl. We're going to draw for a free reading. This is a very specific reading, guys, because we are going to be looking at this Pisces new moon solar eclipse, right? And it comes in on the 17th. Guys, I do private readings. I offer them through my Etsy shop, through my website. So if you guys are looking for something like that, the links are always in the description box. This full moon reading is a reading that I do offer in this in the Etsy shop and over on my website. It is a very specific spread where we look at the specific energy for that particular full moon. And again, I'm going to be looking at the September 17th full moon, which is a lunar eclipse coming in. So I will be offering that reading. It's going to be a recorded reading. You will be able to ask 2 questions, and then I will try to answer those questions in the reading, right? Sandra is our winner tonight. Sandra is our winner of the Pisces lunar eclipse full moon reading. Everyone, congratulate Sandra. Thank you, everyone who participated. We're definitely going to be doing more of these giveaways, guys, more of these giveaways. So make sure if you're new, you hit that subscribe button, you set that notification bell to all. Our schedule is also going to be changing, guys, because I'm back to PLR full time. Hi, Starluva. So back to PLR full time, which means we're going to be adding some live streams. And I know we cut down from like 5 or 6 a week to 3 because I picked up the summer job, but the summer job is over, and I'm so excited to get back to our zodiac sign readings. I'm going to be doing them again, just like we did last time with fire, water, earth, and air. I've been working on that schedule. I'm hoping to not this week, but next week start those lives back up, right? So we are going to be doing one more divine masculine and divine feminine Celtic cross, and that is going to be this Tuesday and this Thursday. So make sure to come back and join us for that. But yes, if you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe, join, follow, all of those buttons, and keep an eye out for our new schedule. I am going to keep the 9 p.m. Central Time. I do feel like that has been our best time slot, especially over on YouTube. And it does seem to fit everyone to have it a little bit later in the evening. So yeah, that is the plan, guys. All right. Thank you, all my moderators who came in and helped me make the list and make sure that I had everybody's name in the cup. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all so very much. And I hope to see everyone tomorrow night when we do our September Twin Flame current energy update. Guys, this is a much more detailed reading. I know that we look at these collective readings, but I'm going to look at the entire month for those of us on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey. And I may offer some free twin flame energy updates for masculine, feminine, and bridging at the end of that live stream. I really won't know until we get a little bit closer, but come back, join us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Time. I hope to see all of you there. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.